As part of our ongoing education series on the primary and secondary structured settlement market, I've got a special guest today. My guest is Trish Laborde, who is the Senior Vice President and Division Counsel of Stone Street Capital and the President-elect of the National Association of Settlement Purchasers. Hello, Trish. How are you doing today?
Great.
Excellent. Well, I understand that you're doing a interesting presentation at the upcoming annual meeting of the National Association of Settlement Purchasers on life contingent structured settlement payments and the difficulties and problems with pricing out those types of cash flows when people are trying to sell them. Could you elaborate a little bit for our listeners?
Sure. Well, to understand our issues with life contingent transactions, you have to understand that every structured settlement purchasing company borrows money in order to fund our structured settlement transactions. We go to a bank or some other institutional investor or some other source of financing to come up with the funds. And generally, what happens, that floor, that cost of funds, is the floor for the rates at which we assess our transactions. For example, if we borrow money at 6%, we obviously can't purchase a structured settlement payments for lower than 6% because we would lose money on every transaction. In life contingent transactions, since we will not get the payments upon the death of the annuitant, they are riskier for both us and our investor, and we have to do something to kind of hedge against that risk.
Does that risk mean that you go out and buy a life insurance policy?
Well, there's two ways to do it. You either go out and you buy a life insurance policy, and you can, if you ever looked at a structured settlement transaction, those are pretty clear on the disclosure statement.